We're at the top of Glacier Point. We're going to be doing the Pohono Trail today, and we're going to go check out this amazing view. So from this point up here on Glacier Point, we can see the whole path we did for Half Dome. So there's the Nevada Falls that we hiked up, and we went up behind Half Dome and then all the way to the top up there. That was our Half Dome hike. It's so incredible up here. Taking a little break. This is our first spot along the Pohono Trail, actually second spot after Glacier Point, Sentinel Dome. This has an awesome view of Yosemite Falls down there and El Capitan down over there. And so this probably took us, what, half hour to walk here? Uphill though. We thought it was going to be downhill all the way, but it was actually uphill. Okay, so it is June 12th, and as you can see, there is still a lot of snow on the Taft Point Trail. So if you're gonna hike this early in the year, wear Gore-Tex shoes because you will get wet. But if you have the right gear, it's just a fun little walk in the snow. We made it to Taft Point, and it's pretty incredible. You are on a completely exposed, no safety railings, rock ledge. I'm just gonna like put my arm over the side because I'm not even getting close to that. Holy crap! Look at that! Imagine a 20-mile-an-hour gust now. You're sort of in a precarious and there's Taft Point. Whoa, that is crazy. And it's pretty crazy, the view. You can get really close to the edge, but it makes me feel sick to my stomach. Alright, so we are at Taft Point, and while we were up there, two park rangers came up, and one had a search and rescue shirt on, and they were looking over the edges of the cliff. And Taft Point is where several people have died falling off. And they were looking over the edge, and we're like, can we help you with anything? And they're like, we're looking for some beer cans. And we're like, yeah, you're gonna send a search and rescue up for some beer cans? So we're kind of thinking that they were looking for someone who fell over the cliff. I don't know. We're gonna watch the news tonight and find out. I hope no one fell, but I don't know why there'd be two dudes up there searching for something over the cliff. Anyways, we're back on the trail. Going from Taft Point, the next viewpoint is going to be Dewey Point. We're kind of a little more exposed out in the sun, following this beautiful trail. Okay, right now we are still between Taft Point and Dewey Point. We're walking through this really beautiful part of the forest where there's tons of really old growth pines with lichen just dripping off of them. And so all the trees with their bark looks super green. There's still a lot of snow in the forest. There's all these really cool looking like dinosaur plants coming up out of the ground. So it's a really beautiful part of the trail, and we've literally seen like no one on it. It's just us. So it's really cool. That's really cool.
Yep, dinosaur. That's the theme of this trip. Dinosaur eggs, dinosaur park, dinosaur plant.
Alright, this is what we have to deal with. It's like forest in this area. We seem to have found ourselves a little babbling brook. Just taking a little break, enjoying the sounds of the water and cooling off in the shade. It's a beautiful spot. It was pretty early on, and there was probably a lot of like avalanche fall of the trees. So okay, we're slogging. We're still on the 4.4 mile section between Dewey Point and Taft Point, and
All downhill.
we thought it was going to be all downhill, but there's definitely been some uphill. So we're slogging. I'm a little out of breath and pretty sweaty. The good thing is when you're in the shade, it's nice and cool, but as soon as you get into the sun, it's super hot. So we're hoping we'll get to Dewey Point soon, and then it will be all downhill from there. Okay, we are up at Dewey Point. This is a view of Yosemite that I've never seen before. Right behind me is El Capitan, and then the valley is going in that way, and way over there is Half Dome. So we hiked from like all the way over there to this area so far. So this is a super amazing spot. Check it out. And that's the part of the valley where you drive in. Alright, we're heading down the trail between Dewey Point and Crocker Point. This part of the trail is much more interesting than the part of the trail between Taft Point and Dewey Point because
Downhill.
it's more downhill. You're really close to the edge, so you have views, and then there's a little more wind, so it's a little bit cooler, and you're not so kind of like deep in the forest. So far we're liking this a little bit better, and there's only like 0.6 miles between Dewey Point and Crocker Point rather than 4.4, so you have something to look forward to. We are at Crocker Point now. There's Bridal Veil Falls, El Capitan, and I don't know what those falls are. I'm trying to orient myself. But so as far as like effort for reward, this was an awesome little tiny chunk. So only 0.6 miles between Dewey and Crocker Point, and you get an amazing view. Bam! Okay, we're walking between Crocker Point and Sanford Point, and as we're going through the forest here, we heard something that sounded like a really low kind of like almost like a monkey howl, but we were kind of afraid that it's like a bear warning or something. I don't know. What? No, I'm like freaking out. We're trying to talk really loud and make a lot of noise and click our sticks, and so I'm just gonna do a little I'm fucking scared blog right now. You're gonna see a fucking bear eat me. Alright, if you find my GoPro and my dead body, that means the bear ate us. Alright, we're now at Sanford Point. It's kind of the same view as the last one we were just at. Coming up on the end of our hike. Woo, we are right above Tunnel View parking lot. You just go up a few flights of stairs and you get amazing view with no one else around. Hey everyone, Sarah here from Where I've Been Wandering. I hope you enjoyed my video about hiking the Pohono Trail. If you loved this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions about hiking the Pohono Trail, leave me a comment down below and I will try to answer it as quickly as possible. One of the tips I just want to tell you if you were going to go out and hike the Pohono Trail is that the hardest thing about this hike is actually finding transportation to and from the trailheads. Most people hike this trail from Glacier Point down to Tunnel View, and really the only way that you can do this is if you have two cars. We were lucky enough to go with our friends. They dropped us off at Glacier Point and then we hiked down to Tunnel View where we had our car waiting for us. We could just drive back into the park. The other way you can do it is you can book a tour bus that takes you up to Glacier Point from the Yosemite Village, and then once you get down to Tunnel View you can either hitchhike back, or if you do have a car that you can have waiting for you, have someone pick you up or leave your own car there. So there is a little bit of the logistics involved in doing this hike, but because of that, this is probably one of the best hikes in all of Yosemite. There is almost no one else on the trail between Taft Point and down to Tunnel View, so you have a true nature experience and you get to see pretty much all the best viewpoints in all of the park. So I highly recommend this hike. I give it 2 thumbs up. Super awesome, and it's worth the long day. Bring 2 liters of water, plenty of snacks, and you'll have a great time on this trail. Thanks again for watching.